Video content is more important today than ever. And if you hadn't noticed, you're even on your phone and on your laptops watching videos and content more over the last couple of years. We've seen it across the board. In fact, a recent study showed that 81% of people made a purchasing decision based on a video they watched from a brand. And if that doesn't convince you, that same study showed that companies reported they had a 70% increase in brand awareness from the videos they produced, a 51% increase in traffic to their website from videos that they produced, and 34% increase in sales from videos. Can you imagine 34% increase in your sales from producing videos? Even if it was 10% or 5%. What are you waiting for? This is the year for you to integrate video into your marketing program. Hi, I'm 𝙍𝙀𝙍𝙄, Head Rebel at REBL Marketing, and today we're going to talk about some of the 5 tips for you to create killer video content strategy for this year. Before we get into the tips, I do want to talk about the 4 main areas of a good strategy, and those are pre-production, production, post-production, and distribution. So keep those 4 areas in mind as we go over our tips today. Let's start with pre-production. Who is your target audience for your video? So first, you want to ask yourself these 3 simple questions. Who is your product or service for? Usually this is built out in your buyer's persona in your plan. Second, what type of video do you want to produce? Is it educational, promotional? And then third, where does your target audience get their information? This will help you in the distribution section of your strategy. Tip number 2, stay on brand and have consistent messaging. Companies that are consistent with their branding are 20% more likely to be more successful than companies that are not. This is according to a McKinsey & Company study. And we know this is true because when you look at brands like Nike, Chanel, BMW, Apple, you don't have to ask many people what they do. The brands tell you exactly what they do. Here's a pro tip. If you're online with your content, such as Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, any digital platform, you need to be consistent with your messaging and your keywords and your key terms because their algorithms are looking for that consistency. If you're all over the place, they won't know what you do and they won't serve your content and you won't be found in search. Number 3. Production. You need to be realistic about what it takes to invest in your video content. Now, this doesn't mean you have to have a big budget and invest a lot of money into producing a video. It doesn't mean success, but it does mean you need to invest in good content. If you're a B2B business and you're trying to speak to other professionals, then your video should look professional. This does mean that you probably want to work with a professional film crew, have an editor, and write a script for yourself. If you are planning to film your own videos, at least invest in some good equipment and make sure that you've got that all dialed in for a great end product. And if you're a B2C company, don't be fooled that your consumers don't still expect good video production. In fact, they value more the brand and the culture coming through the video, and they want authenticity, not something that's just been easily put together. If you want to create an educational video, usually you're going to need a lot of graphics, charts, B-roll, and editing, so you want to think about your post-production process. And if you're going to create a promotional or commercial type of video where there's a lot of dialogue, you definitely want to use a professional film crew. Most likely you'll want to hire actors to get the end product that you want. So as you can see, there's a lot of options in video production and there's a lot of budget options as well. So you just need to be realistic about what you're trying to achieve and the investment it's going to take to get you there. Number 4, it can't be fixed in editing. Everybody thinks editing is so simple, and we hear all the time, just fix it in editing, but it really isn't that simple. If there's a major mistake or you miss a shot, it can't be made up in editing. So be sure that you're talking with your editing crew and including them in the pre-production process. Ask them lots of questions so they can give you feedback, and they'll help you ensure that you get the shots that you need for the final production. Number 5, distribution. You want to optimize for all the channels that you're going to put your video on. For example, on YouTube, the first 24 hours are the most crucial to your ranking on your video. I'll put a quick link to another video that shows you how to get the most out of those first 24 hours. And then on LinkedIn, you want to make sure that your video is 60 seconds or less, and it's in landscape, or if it isn't, it'll be cropped to a square within the post. On Instagram, you want to be about 15 to 30 seconds for your video, and it should be shot in portrait mode. For all social channels, you want to make sure that you use captions, because most people are not watching your video with the sound on, and most people are watching their video on their mobile phone. So be sure you consider this when you're filming. All right, what did you think about our tips? Were they helpful? Do you feel confident that you're gonna be able to create a killer video strategy? Just stick to the 5 tips and our 4 phases, and I'm sure you'll do well. So let us know in the comments below what you think and what you're gonna do to start your strategy. And please like our video if you thought it was good, and sign up for our channel so you can get notifications on our other videos upcoming, and we'll help you revolutionize your business marketing.